Start streaming now.
Tonight we are learning more about the man killed in a shooting at a South suburban mall as police search for the shooter.
Plus, a family is demanding justice after a Skokie woman is killed in a downstate wrong-way crash.
Life-saving gift, the importance of blood donation, and who to help.
All new at 7 tonight, a chance to shop for holiday gifts, and you can help local teenagers who make all of these items.
And the group of teens making Chicago proud by becoming drone pilots.
A lot of fascinating stories in this hour of power on this Thursday, everybody. Thanks for joining us. But we begin tonight with the shooting at the River Oaks Mall in Calumet City that killed a security guard and an Army veteran.
The mall remains closed tonight. Christian Pico spoke to family members of the men killed.
Calumet City leaders say the River Oaks Center will remain closed until their criminal investigation is complete and suspects are arrested for the fatal shooting of mall security guard Norman Thomas. Meanwhile, Thomas's family is absolute person they describe as their Superman.
Norman had a heart as big as the universe.
Powerful words tonight from Angelique Thomas, the sister of Norman Thomas, the 57-year-old security guard who was fatally shot on the job.
You could take the whole universe and fit it in his heart. That's how much love he had for people.
Calumet City police say Thomas was gunned down by thieves during a robbery at a jewelry store inside the mall just after noon. A flurry of nearby officers responded and tried to save Norman's life, but it was too late. The city has since closed the mall unless the mall owners, Namdar Realty Group, meet a list of demands to increase safety and security. The mall released a statement to ABC7, writing in part, "We are deeply saddened by the impact of this incident, and our hearts go out to the victims of this senseless act of violence. Our team is in cooperation with the Calumet City Police Department, who is actively investigating the incident."
They took him away from us. They took something value away from us, and he needs to be here with his kids and his grandkids.
Thomas's family tells ABC7 he was an Army infantryman who proudly served 2 tours of duty.
He did 8 years, and within them 8 years, yes, he did serve during Desert Storm.
City officials say the mall actually reopened prematurely today, and once the city found out, they brought police officers in to politely usher shoppers out of the mall, but for now it is going to remain closed. A memorial service is set for next Tuesday, November 22nd for Norman outside of Stroger Hospital. We're in Calumet City. I'm Christian Picos, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
So tragic and heartbreaking. Thank you so much for that. We're going to change gears here on this Thursday as we take a live look at the Chris Kendall Markets getting ready because tomorrow is D-Day. They open up tomorrow. The Christmas tree, Millennium Park will be all lit up. It's a fit, Rob. If you're not in the mood, you know, the weather, the snow, all of that, the cold weather, cuddling weather.
I like that. It's cuddling weather. And we're so lucky that we're not farther east because holy smokes.
How much in Buffalo?
Maybe 3 or 4 feet. Cheryl's with us tonight on the stream team. Hello.
Hi, guys.
Oh, man. So we shouldn't complain too much, even though it's cold.
No, we should not complain. I mean, they're looking at historic totals of snow this early in the season. Lake effect really churning. And we're seeing that on the other side of the lake as well. Now, Michigan's not going to receive as much snow as, say, Buffalo, New York over the next couple of days. But this cold air moving over the warmer lake waters, we supposed in the 40s and 50s. So all of this cold air, this deep freeze that we're sitting in, literally our temps are near freezing and below, moving over that warmer water, picking up that moisture and then basically just dumping it as snow. When winds are out of the north and west, it travels across Lake Michigan, and that's where it's going. Now, if the winds are out of the north and east, Chicago and the Illinois shoreline would be under fire for the snow. But that's not what we're seeing. We're seeing the influence of a disturbance upper level, bringing in some scattered snow showers here right now. And we do have a little quick burst of snow that moved through parts of McHenry and Lake County. That's now over the Lake Michigan. But down to the south of I-80, parts of Grundy County, as well as Will getting in on some snow showers still this evening. So this activity here just lingering across the Great Lakes. But as we were talking about, you can see those snow showers plentiful here pouring into Michigan because of the lake effect. And there you can see Buffalo, New York, who's really going to get hit hard here over the next couple of days. Guys, a lake effect snow until Sunday. They had to move the NFL game plan Sunday into Detroit. A lot of impact will be felt there.
Okay.
Wow.
We're going to talk to you again a little bit later. We want to get the Festival of Lights, or the Mag Mile Lights Festival. I know it's very
the
specific.
Wintrust Holiday Lights Magnificent Mile Parade
There it is.
Saturday. I know it's going to be single digits. I heard that. I don't know if it's really what's happening.
Are you on the floor, Cheryl?
She's going to be there with her.
I'm so excited to freeze and get frostbite. But yes, we're on the float together.
Okay. We'll talk to you a little bit about the weather.
Okay,
All right.
perfect.
Thanks so much for that, Cheryl. Now to a story about a man charged in the January 6th attacks on the U.S. Capitol, now charged with murder in a separate case. Lauren Wegner died in a wrong-way crash earlier this month. She was from Skokie. The crash happened on I-55 near Springfield, and tonight, Liz Nagy shares how Wegner's family is reacting.
Bill Wegner had tried to talk his grown daughter Lauren into delaying a trip to see friends in St. Louis last week.
So she's leaving at 3, and I go, it's dark in a couple hours. Let's just stay home, get a bite to eat.
But reminding him, as he said she was wont to do, that she was 35, Lauren promised a rain check.
She goes, how about when I come back, I got some days off, we'll go on one of those days. I promise.
Lauren Wegner intended to keep the promise, but she never made it to St. Louis. Hours later, an Illinois state trooper woke them with a knock.
And then she comes back and says she had uncompleted drive.
Prosecutors now say Shane Woods intentionally drove his car northbound on the southbound lanes of I-55 near Springfield, fleeing police. He slammed into Lauren Wegner's car head-on.
Mr. Woods faces potential penalties on the first-degree murder charge from 20 to 60 years in the Illinois Department of Corrections.
We got the call yesterday. There was murder one. We were crying happy tears.
Woods had already pled guilty to assaulting an officer and a cameraman during the insurrection at the U.S. Capitol. Now the Wegners say he's taken their daughter, too. The Wegners say knowing Woods is locked up without bond and charged with first-degree murder in Lauren's death eases the sting of their loss, but only a little. They say they intend to be in court and see his case through to conviction. In Skokie, Liz Nagy, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
The Chicago man who tried to help ISIS spread propaganda through social media was sentenced today to 7.5 years in federal prison. Thomas Ozadinsky was convicted last year of trying to give specially designed computer codes to terrorists, but instead of ISIS members, the DePaul University student was communicating with FBI agents. Prosecutors had asked for 50-year prison sentence. And shots were fired at a homeowner during an attempted car theft this morning. This all happened in the 100 block of South Ioka in northwest suburban Mount Prospect. Police say the victim was letting his dog outside when he interrupted the suspect who was trying to steal his SUV that was parked in the driveway. The homeowner questioned the man who pulled out a gun and opened fire. He ran to a car in the street where another suspect was waiting. The two fled northbound. Tonight, police are investigating the deaths of 2 teenagers who were shot and killed in the city's Roseland neighborhood. Investigators say this happened just before 7 this morning at 114th and South Calumet Avenue. One victim was shot in the head, the other shot in his neck and chest. Neighbors say they woke up to sounds of gunshots, but police have not been able to say what led to this shooting, and no one's in custody. And tonight, another show of support for St. Sabina's father, Michael Flager. His supporters gathered outside the Chicago Archdiocese Pastoral Center downtown, calling on the Archdiocese to reinstate Flager as quickly as possible. The 73-year-old Flager was removed from his ministry pending the investigation into the latest sex abuse allegation against him. The allegation dates back more than 3 decades and allegedly happened during choir rehearsals. Father Flager has strongly denied the latest allegation and was cleared of similar accusations last year. His supporters are urging the Archdiocese Review Board to make a decision on this latest case at the meeting this weekend.
Because this not only hurts Father Mike, it also hurts the soul children of Chicago. We interviewed alumni, we talked to people, we provided the Archdiocese with evidence that we have. Swiftly finish their investigation. And do what Chicago and the world needs, which is to reinstate and restore Father Michael Flager.
And when asked about the current investigation, the Archdiocese told us it does not comment on current or pending litigation and takes every allegation seriously.
String of armed robberies and a carjacking have Chicago police warning residents tonight. These attacks happened in the 5000 block of North Kenmore, the 2100 block of West Norwood, and the 6400 block of North Claremont. It's believed the same group of suspects carried out 4 attacks early this morning on the far north side. In each case, multiple armed suspects robbed people. In one attack, they also stole the victim's vehicle.
City leaders in Waukesha, Wisconsin are talking about the path to healing and moving forward after the sentencing for Darrell Brooks Jr. Yesterday, Brooks was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole for driving his car through the Waukesha Christmas parade last year. 6 people were killed, several others hurt, and today Waukesha's mayor talked about the sentencing.
It was a sense of relief that, one, it was over, 2, consecutive lives in prison. Getting past the trial does help, I think, the entire community heal. And
Monday marks the 1 year since the attack, and at the same time, the city is preparing for the next Christmas parade, which is now scheduled for December 4th.
R. Kelly's former manager was sentenced to 20 months in prison on charges that he stalked one of Kelly's victims in an effort to keep her quiet. Now, Russell pleaded guilty in July to using threats, harassment, and intimidation to silence the woman. R. Kelly was convicted on sex trafficking and racketeering charges and sentenced to 30 years in prison in June.
And former Illinois Governor Pat Quinn announcing today that he will not run for Chicago mayor. Instead, he is turning his focus to making changes in other ways.
The next year and more, putting issues on the city ballot of Chicago. Very disappointed that the city has not voted on important issues that have been petitioned for.
And Quinn thanked those who signed and circulated petitions for him to get on the ballot. He declined to endorse anyone in the race for Chicago mayor. Congressman Jesus Chuy Garcia and 3 members of the city council are among many 12 candidates challenging Mayor Lori Lightfoot.
Is saying, quote, "The hour has come for a new generation." House Speaker Nancy Pelosi announced she won't seek a leadership role in the new Congress.
My friends, no matter what title you all, my colleagues, have bestowed upon me, Speaker, Leader, Whip, there is no greater official honor for me than to stand on this floor and to speak for the people of San Francisco.
Pelosi will remain in Congress. She is the only woman to serve as House Speaker. Now that Republicans have taken control of the House, Kevin McCarthy is in line to likely be the next speaker.
Well, back here at home, 4 people are vying to take over as 12th Ward aldermen in Chicago, and you can see their names right there on the screen. The ward covers parts of the city's southwest side. A 4-person committee that includes former Congressman Luis Gutierrez will interview the candidates and then make a recommendation to Mayor Lightfoot. The winner will replace George Cardenas, who is resigning as he gets ready to take on a new role with the Cook County Board of Review.
Kids getting vaccinated against the flu. Doctors are urging parents to act now. Participation for kids under 5 dropping the last 2 flu seasons during the COVID pandemic.
You may not understand the risk your child has until you're in the ICU and watching your child on a ventilator, or planning that funeral for your child and looking back and thinking about the things that you could have done to prevent it.
While pediatric hospital beds have been filling up with RSV cases for a few months, public health officials say adding flu and COVID to the mix could be devastating.
Well, we are celebrating the city of Chicago's newest group of first responders. They had a big graduation ceremony this morning.
I am overjoyed with pride at being in this city because we know how to make sure that our democracy is strong and flourishes, and it's the public commitment to service as these young men and women are doing today.
And the Chicago Fire Department welcomed 59 new firefighters and 39 paramedics in a joint graduation ceremony at Navy Pier. All the graduates had to complete 6 months of rigorous training at the academy. Congratulations to them.
Definitely.
Wow.
Some Chicago high schoolers are feeling sky high this evening, and they're making Chicago proud. The teens are now certified commercial licensed drone pilots. They were celebrated at their high school this afternoon.
This is so exciting. Now the sky's the limit for them, and Will Jones spoke to the teenagers about what's next.
The buzz at Corley High School is coming from the drone pilot program classroom.
It's kind of like playing a video game, and I love video games. It's really like one of those things you wish you forgot how to do, just to have that first time feeling again.
The feeling of flying to new heights.
It's very inspiring, just to have something like this in a small school like Corliss.
Today, some of the drone pilot program students were honored at a school assembly for passing the FAA drone pilot exam and becoming licensed drone pilots. The students prepared for weeks for the 60-question test.
It's sort of difficult, especially with the sectional charts and the runways.
The program began at the school several years ago, but it took a while off the ground.
Well, the goal is to try to as many of the students who want to get into this emerging technology as possible.
Ajane Lurie is among the youngest licensed black female drone pilots in the country, according to CPS. The senior plans to major in engineering in college next year and fly drones to help pay for her education.
It's a great opportunity and an amazing learning experience.
The young drone pilots hope more students at Corliss take part in the drone pilot program. They believe it can open up future career opportunities. Will Jones, ABC7, Eyewitness News.
The sky is absolutely the limit, and I figure that all of them will go. Their dreams will definitely be fulfilled.
That's a skill, too.
Yeah.
I remember I had a drone early on when they were first popular.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then my son got one, and he was just way better at it. I mean,
Are
it's just,
those airplanes that used to have like remote control airplanes
Yes.
or something, but these are more specific and they're heavier and they
they can do a lot
Yeah.
more. You don't even see them sometimes. They can go so far away. And I think some gaming skills come into play for them. But
right, you got to have good hand-eye coordination, and she wants to be an engineer for sure. We should like check in with her as the years go by to see how's it going. And she might create a new drone, the next generation, of course. All right, thanks, Will, for sharing. The sky is the limit for sure. It is almost time, everybody. Yes, speaking of the skies, it's going to be really magical in the skies at the Magnificent Mile Lights Festival. We will share what to expect coming up. This is such a spectacle.
excited for it. And we got to get the weather forecast, too. Plus, the search is on for the best pie in the country. And a Chicago spot is under consideration. We told you this was going to happen. We'll talk about it next. Well, this is something we talked about last night. Good Morning America's United States of Pie competition.
Who knew there was a competition, right? Of course, they never ask us to taste test. Well, some great bakeries right here in Chicago facing off against one another. Take a look.
Our competitors are here. On this side, we've got Paula with Who's Your Mama? Yeah. And over here, we've got Dinah from Spitting Jay's Bakery.
I see Kendra G there too.
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
Who's Your Mama's entry was a pumpkin chiffon confection. Ooh, that sounds delicious. While Spinning Jay baked a cranberry yuzu meringue. And our very own Greg Dutra helped pick the winner.
All right, Greg, you are here for the tiebreaker. Greg Dutra, don't let us down.
As a guy who came here to eat, and that is my qualifications, I gotta go with Spitting Jay.
Oh. That cranberry yuzu meringue. He said he was going to bring us something back, didn't he?
I haven't seen him all day.
He really did. We're going to get him. We're going to check in with him. But the Chicago contest was the last face-off before tomorrow's grand finale. GMA will name the ultimate pie winner who gets a $10,000 prize.
He was nervous about this, and if you watched it, and excited because there were 3 judges. They both picked different pies, and then it fell right in his lap, and he had to decide that.
He was really excited to work with Kendra G.
He was, and I'm glad it worked well. Now, we ran this at 4, and I'd like to apologize. By the way, no one caught this but our web team. I called it...
well, you're not exactly sure.
Yeah, I called it cranberry... No, I'm sure. I called it cranberry yuzu merengue. Merengue is a dance. And it's one little letter in the teleprompter.
Right.
But Judy didn't tell me. You tell me all the time because I mispronounce stuff all the time.
Well, we help each other out all the time.
Yes, you would have said, Rob, that's a dance. It's meringue.
But you don't know because they might have named it that, just being creative. so something
sweet.
catchy. You just don't know because when you're talking food and spices and flavors and pies, ooh.
I love you.
They might have, might make you do the merengue when you eat that cranberry yuzu.
I'm glad you got it right, Spinning Jay. Sorry I messed that up.
I mean, because my sister made lemon meringue pie all the time from scratch. And that was like a luxury in our house, my sister Shirley.
Okay.
And it was really like, so I love lemon meringue, fluffy. Thank you. Greg, our director's on the ones that
I was looking up how to do
the merengue?
Yes.
We can do it.
No, don't. Stop. So there you go.
That's the merengue.
Playing the air drums. I don't know what's happening.
That's the merengue.
So thank you for letting me issue my apology.
Is that what I look like? Okay.
I don't know.
Oh.
You guys make me laugh.
You never know what we're going to talk about.
Yeah, you can do the merengue. Your mom, Miss Adriana, I know she said you weren't the best dancer. He's the greatest dancer.
There you go. Well, Cheryl's been doing it for years on the New Year's show. Her and Terrell.
Thank you, Cheryl. See, it's all in the arms and the knees.
I'm going to leave it to the professionals.
We're struggling.
People can watch you two dance all day. They don't want to see me. But so I got the pie name.
We love you for talking about it. It's okay. People love you because you're just honest and authentic and vulnerable. And you know what? I bet it's going to be on the menu next time. The cranberry yuzu merengue. Yeah. Thank you, Cheryl.
We're in slow-mo.
Yes. So we got...
All right.
Okay.
We've got to talk about the weekend because day after tomorrow, we'll tell people more about this.
You got to dance to stay warm.
Yes. In the next story, we'll tell people more about the festival. But you're going to be on the float with me. Judy's supposed to be there. A couple other folks are going to be there. Liz Nagy.
Yeah, Liz Nagy.
You're hosting.
Yes.
With Alan and Jose. Can't wait to see him.
And Tracy Butler.
Layer up. It sounds
layer up, get the winter weather gear, the hand warmers.
Yeah, I'm bringing those, Cheryl, if you need some.
That's not going to make an excuse for you not to wave.
I've been working on my wave.
I'm going to be doing this the whole float.
Right, thank you, Cheryl. Right. Okay.
I can just do my head, my shoulders maybe a little bit.
It's not a shoulder. It's a waist and a hip. A waist and a hip.
All right, we're taking gay.
Talking about my hair.
All right.
It's going to be cold.
That.
There we go. Back to you.
But dancing sounds so much better than talking about the weather right now.
I know.
It really does.
That's some good music, though. See, that will warm you up, warm your heart and soul and your joints.
Right.
Because you're going to need it on Saturday, Cheryl.
Yes, a lot of hot chocolate. We're going to bring, what was that, Rob? We're going to need all of the warmth. So if you're heading out for the Lights Festival or any outdoor activities this weekend, plenty of layers. Live Doppler 7 Max, we're still not done with the snow. It's still falling and flying in places, especially on the other side of the lake. We had a few bursts of snow there tonight. Still have one off to the south here, moving through Kankakee County. We had a decent burst of some very moderate snow that moved through McHenry and Lake County. And McHenry picked up 1.3 inches of snow about 2 hours ago from this system. So pretty impressive, a short amount of time picking up just that brief little round of snow. So also possible of a dusting or a little coating on some area roads here. stretching down I-55, crossing over I-55 into Kankakee I-57. This is a thin little band that will continue to work its way off to the east. So we do have this disturbance swinging overhead and just cycling in the scattered snow showers, and then the lake effect getting going here in West Michigan. A lot of snow falling and flying there, and this is the case all across the Great Lakes. Definitely not frozen. We had an unseasonably mild fall, and now we just flipped the switch to winter in terms of our air temperatures, but the water takes way longer to respond. So a lot of the Great Lakes have those temperatures well above freezing, and those are the ingredients we need to kick off that lake effect. Winter storm warning here for parts of Michigan, and this remains in effect until Saturday, 6 a.m. Winter weather advisories there in purple, and then a lake effect snow warning here for parts of New York and Buffalo until Sunday afternoon. They're looking at a potential historic snow event here with several feet, upwards of 4 feet of snow, not out of the question over the next couple of days. Potentially life-threatening snow here occurring, also very dangerous. A lot that we have to continue to monitor and watch out for, but it's really interesting this setup here this time of the year across the Great Lakes that's happening now. If those winds were out of the north and east, Chicago and Illinois will be getting hit, but those northwest winds, west to east, that snow on the other side of. We still do have some scattered showers in the forecast tonight, even into our Friday afternoon. Still some flurries flying around, partly to mostly cloudy skies. And then tomorrow we start to usher in even colder air. Our high temperatures will only be in the mid-20s. Keep in mind our average should be closer to 50 degrees. So we're just cutting that in half. It is chilly. Gusts up to 30 miles per hour will make it feel even colder tomorrow. So temperatures right now near that freezing mark, but we do have wind chills in the teens and 20s. But take a look, the tail of our cold air with our wind chills. As we take a look at the forecast here going forward, tomorrow afternoon feeling like it's in the teens. As we wake up Saturday, it's going to feel very close to about 10 degrees outside. That is it. And then below zero wind, near zero wind chill starting Saturday night. So those winds picking up. It's going to be extremely cold out there for the lights parade. As you can see, 8 o'clock wind chills close to single digits. Very cold. So you really do need to bundle up and take that cold seriously, because frostbite can occur within just minutes when we do have wind chills this low. And Sunday morning, looking at those chills still near zero. So the next 3 days is when we're stuck in this very cold air mass with a few light snow showers time to time, but nothing major in terms of accumulating snow. For tonight, cold. Cold, cold. It continues the next 3 days.
That was one of our.
By next week, we get those temperatures into the 40s, so looking and feeling a little bit better, a return to more seasonal weather on the way as we go into the Thanksgiving holiday.
We're talking pies.
Yeah,
Still
you guys
talking
just
pies.
weren't paying attention at all. Just
Turkey Day looks great, Cheryl. Turkey Day looks great.
It looks
We've got a warm up
good.
coming.
Yes.
We can get through this weekend because
I wish
it's
we
going to
had
be
some pie.
festive.
Greg was supposed to bring something.
I know, right? He's at home watching us.
I doubt that.
As you talk about your that cranberry.
We'll see.
Greg, if you're watching, send one of us a text.
Right. Add a pie.
Oh,
now
man.
more about what we were talking about tonight. The
yeah.
Winds Magnificent Mile Lights Festival this weekend.
Yeah, and Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse, they're here in the building. They're getting ready to lead the parade on Saturday. Did you recognize that voice? Well, they found time to visit us in our studios this morning, along with Disney World Ambassador Rayvon Redding. And Redding told us that what he's looking forward to most.
I'm just really excited to see all of the faces of the kids, to see their favorite characters. Everyone's going to be shocked to see Maribel from Encanto. Yes, on a horse-drawn carriage. But I'm really excited to see all of the holiday cheer again. We make magic every single day at Walt Disney World Resort in Orlando. So to bring it here in Chicago with 1 million of dazzling lights. I mean, we love sparkle, right, Minnie? We love a good sparkle.
We love our bling, sparkle, shiny. They have on coats. Is that cute?
They need
They
them.
have on scarves and hats. They are just adorable, but they will be dressed on Saturday, of course, in their parade best. Look at them go. He's doing the merengue there. Yeah. Go, Mickey. You got to dance to stay warm and all of that, you know.
Yeah, it's going to be toasty.
Yeah.
And we got to get Mr. Redding a scarf or something, too. He's wearing his coat, but he's going to be chilly.
He's so excited. He kind of is like inspirational. We're excited about it, too. But hey, everybody, if you cannot witness it in person, you can always watch our special broadcast of the Wintrust Magnificent Mile Lights Festival. It's coming up Sunday at 6 o'clock right here on ABC 7. Of course, Alan Krzyzewski will be hosting along with Tracy Butler and Jose Sanders, capturing all of the fun and the magic on the street level. I'll be there too.
You always did your rehearsal. It went great.
Yeah, we had rehearsals yesterday, and I mean, the lineup is fantastic.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a few things you were telling me that are different this year.
Very different. You've got the Spinners, you've got Debbie Gibson, you've got CC Music Factory, doom, 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 doom. And you've got the Pointer Sisters.
Right.
I'm so excited.
Yes.
And I
so
just can't.
Are you saying everything today? You are excited, though.
I am.
Yeah, right. Right. So that's this Saturday. If you can't come down.
Lion King cast, the Wicked cast. Oh my goodness.
In Kanto, you'll watch it Sunday night from 6 to 7. And if you're coming down, make sure you say hi to us.
Yeah, please wave.
Yes,
especially,
wave.
Yeah,
wave
get the
at
wave
us.
down.
Yell,
We'll be there.
You can yell at us if you want.
Well, here's another fantastic sign of the season, the Waldorf Astoria Hotel. All right, the hotel kicking off the season with its 8th annual tree lighting, a family from Lurie Children's Hospital helping to flip the switch.
Nice job.
That's
pretty treat,
stunning.
too.
Oh, wow. That's right there in the courtyard.
Millennium Park Tree Lighting Festival is coming up, too.
Tomorrow. Right, tomorrow. It's like it's sunset, so I think it's around about 5:30, 5:30.
We'll have it here at 7 then. We're going to show
It'll be
that
done.
to you.
Yeah, it'll be done at 7
show you.
o'clock. The hour power, the golden hour, we'll have it for you.
And then somebody's going to run to the Chris Kindle Market. Who's with us tomorrow? Michelle, the weather person. Do we know?
Cheryl's hanging out with us tomorrow.
Cheryl? There's Chris Kindle right there.
Yeah.
Is it Cheryl again?
Yeah, Cheryl will be here tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
This is just around the corner from our State Street studio. It looks like some of it's open. People are walking around, but I'm sure they're just checking it.
Doing the final.
It officially opens tomorrow, and I'm sure we'll cover that too.
And the weather. I mean, just bundle up if you're coming. You know.
And get yourself a nice warm. I've been craving a pretzel. I keep talking about Bavarian
you do.
pretzels.
Yeah, I think get those new mugs and some hot chocolate.
And they got those and good food, usually brats and stuff.
Yeah, you got to get your pretzel before because you didn't talk about
I love sauce. It's like my favorite thing.
Do you put mustard on it, or what do you put on it?
Well, I dip it in. You can put mustard on it, but I dip it in mustard and cheese too. Oh. But I'll just eat that thing.
Like
one of my favorite
liquid
snacks.
cheese?
Well,
hot
it's kind of
cheese?
liquid cheese. Yeah, the good
Velveeta?
Stuff is Velveeta. I like Velveeta. But anything, yeah. So we'll go down there with
melted cheese.
Yeah, melted cheese. You got it. Oh, this is outside our State Street studio. Look at that. State Street's looking
so
beautiful.
I mean, it's really, the holidays are upon us. It's
nice.
happening, okay?
Well, there's a closer shot of, there's the pretzel. There's my pretzel.
Man, look how Greg did that.
Yes, there it is. You're going to see me. I should go over there tomorrow during the show and wave at you guys on the camera. Maybe, Michelle, I could do that. No? I don't know. Bring a lot of pretzels back. Yeah,
that would be fun. You could, if you could get over there and get back by 8 o'clock.
If there's not a line, and there always is, I could at least go and wave to you within 5 minutes.
Okay.
It's right around the corner. I'll wear my sneakers.
Okay, I dare you. Okay.
And a jacket. Thanks, Chris, floor director.
Yeah.
And a jacket.
Got me thinking the Rubber Band Man, the Spinners are going to sing that at the parade this weekend. When you think of pretzels and.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. As Starbucks customers rush out for red cups, some workers, including here in Chicago, they're on strike.
Plus, the new tool to help you find a parking spot in Chicago. We'll be right back on the other side of a break.
Seven. Perfect.
The Starbucks workers at 2 Chicago stores went on strike today, joining workers at dozens of other locations. This morning, several employees picketed outside the Starbucks at Armitage and Hoyne. The strike took place at the coffee chain's annual Red Cup Day. Workers say it's one of the busiest days of the year. They're calling for better pay, more consistent schedules, and better staffing.
And Lyft and Spot Hero teaming up for a new parking option. Lyft Parking will allow users to use its app to find parking in the city via Spot Hero's parking reservation system. Reservations can be made day of or months in advance. The Lyft parking features is now available in Chicago and 15 other major cities, and it will eventually be rolled out soon in other areas.
UPS is preparing for the busy holiday shipping season. In Hodgkins, preparations began back in January. It's the largest ground sorting facility in the country. I did not know that. During the holiday peak, that facility can process some 3.2 million packages a day, more than 1 million more than they see the rest of the year.
Packages come in here on a trailer. We unload the trailer. One person in the trailer unloads, touches the package, and in 15 minutes, that package is being loaded into a destination trailer.
UPS says to make sure your gifts arrive on time, shop and ship early. Those drivers and delivery folks are the best. They work so hard this holiday season.
It's especially during this time of year.
Yeah, so thanks to all of them.
And they're doing it in the cold and the snow and the rain.
Keep going and going and going. And they're very appreciative.
We appreciate.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Well, this is a very important number we want to share with you. 56 days till the Great Chicago Blood Drive.
And up next, learn why that number is so important. Meet someone who's benefited from the life-saving gift of blood donation. We're officially 56 days away from the Great Chicago Blood Drive.
Yeah, 56 days is a very key date because that is how often you can donate. And Cheryl Scott is joining us now with why giving blood is so important, especially this time of year. Cheryl.
Yes, usually during the holiday season, we see those blood donations going down. But giving blood is so important because it can save the lives of many, including a local man we met named Brian. Blood donations gave him a second chance, and now he's doing the same for others.
Giving blood is one of the easiest and most selfless things you can do. Every time you roll up your sleeve and get that little needle prick, you're giving someone a chance to live. Brian Ware knows how important donors are firsthand.
About 25 years ago, I had a traumatic injury and I received 9 blood transfusions.
And now he's vowed to pay it forward.
It saved my life. So today and going forward, I like to save somebody else's life or contribute to that.
Donors can only give blood every 56 days. That's why the 56 days away reminder is so important.
Blood can't be manufactured. It can only be donated. So it's really important that people come out and give.
Each year, thousands of people show up to locations all across the Chicago area.
Great Chicago Blood Drive has become the largest Red Cross blood drive in the country.
We're hoping 2023 will be no different.
We're looking to get at least 2,000 people to really come out and make a difference in somebody's life.
The Great Chicago Blood Drive begins January 11th. Head over to abc7chicago.com and sign up for the Great Chicago Blood Drive. There are 7 locations for 2023. You'll find them listed on our website. Cheryl, Rob.
Okay.
You always do excellent work, Cheryl. Every year, you and Jose, of course, and you're hoping for thousands. You know, maybe
Yes.
2,000 is the goal this year. You guys set a goal, and every year you just crash it.
Let's hope it all comes down to our viewers. They show up each and every year.
Yeah.
It's the gift of life and really, truly making a difference. So we're always grateful.
Yeah,
Life
look
goes
forward to
on.
it. Okay,
Yeah.
see you for more weather a little bit later.
Thanks so much, Cheryl. All right, well, Cheryl, I know you were looking for gifts for the holiday season, so stay tuned to this one. Handmade gifts. They're always nicer because they're handmade.
Art, yeah.
They're Chicago teenagers are making them. Now, the shopping event that starts this weekend, everybody, all to support children in the community. This is an empowering story. You have to see it to believe it and hear it. We'll be right back on the other side of the break.
This holiday season, you can buy handmade gifts created by local teens.
And all the money will go to support After School Matters, a nonprofit supporting Chicago teenagers. So joining us on this Thursday during our Hour of Power, the Golden Hour, is Stephanie Rivera, the Assistant Gift Shop and Merchandising Manager. What a great job that is. And Ashley Ramirez, who is the Mosaic Arts Program Manager. Welcome to the show, everybody. How you guys doing?
Good. Thank you for having us.
Hey, we're really glad to have you. Ashley, let's start with you. How has After School Matters helped you?
Honestly, it's giving me a chance to do something outside of school. It's helped me throughout my 4 years at Intrinsic. It's given me a second home.
Stephanie, tell us about the gift shop events and what people can expect. It looks like you have some right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this weekend we'll actually be at the Millennium Park Market that you guys mentioned for the Christmas tree lighting. So we will be there Friday, Saturday from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. And we'll also be there this Sunday as well from 12 to 5 p.m. We have a couple of the items that we'll be showcasing this weekend. We have greeting cards, jewelry, stained glass, t-shirts as well. A lot of different small items, great for the holiday season. We're also going to bring some upcoming events as well. I believe in December 6th, we'll have our new lunch break session where people can come on their lunch break downtown at our store located on 66 East Randolph to do some Christmas shopping. And then we'll also have another annual Shop Jingle and Mingle event, which is December 8th, where they can continue shopping, enjoy some light bites, beverages, and do a lot of their Christmas shopping and have smaller items, but also larger items too that they can just spend the night.
So describe some of the items there. I'm fascinated. We talked about Ashley with the mosaics program. It looks like you have some of the mosaics there. Did Ashley make some of those?
Yes, unfortunately, we don't have anything from Ashley's program quite yet, just because we still have programs in session from the fall. But here are some of the items that we've had from previous sessions, from like our summer programs. So we do have different items like the mosaics over here. We have some stained glass, beautiful handcrafted jewelry, greeting cards, which is great for the holidays. We also have like some all natural and organic soaps here, as well as shea bombs, which is really cool and my favorite. They're very well crafted. The teens actually get to produce the soaps and shea bombs, but they also do the packaging and production and stuff like that as well. So it's a little bit more advanced than some of our beginner programs.
Ashley,
but we really do showcase a lot.
Ashley, you're holding something right there. You made that? Tell us what it is.
Yes, this is my art piece that I was working on. It was dedicated to the Day of the Dead.
Yeah.
So
It looks like Dia de los Muertos there. Tell us about specifically, Ashley, what did you use to make the artwork?
So I have a variety of different colored glass, and then glue, I just glued it down. So,
It looks like flowers or something there too. Is that fabric and then like mirrored glass, and so pretty.
So I actually designed the flowers. I had my instructor JC help me because I was having some trouble doing that. So I had him do it, like help me do it.
So what's the program been like for you? Have you met friends there? Is this a nice way for you to become, has your art grown as you have as an artist? Tell me a little bit about the program and how it's impacted you.
So like I said, it created like a second home for me. It made me build different skills that I didn't know like I could build up on. Going into the program, like I was a really shy person. I was like in my own bubble constantly, but like as the year went on, like I saw myself growing and like I became more of a public speaker. Speaking for my program, I had the chance to like be ambassador, and then this year I'm ambassador along with a teacher assistant.
You better watch out, Rob. She's coming for our jobs.
Wait, you used to be shy?
She's really a good spokesperson for this After School Matters program.
This is hard. So this is live. We're not taping this. This is live. They say it takes a lot of courage. You're not shy anymore.
No. And you're extraordinarily talented, really.
Well done.
Do you want to be an artist when you grow up, Ashley?
Yeah, hopefully I'm looking to it, continuing into college and doing it. So
yeah.
Stephanie, thank you for sharing some of that stuff that you have there. Terrific stuff. We have a little more information we want to let people know because they got some time if they want to see.
Maybe we should get that piece from Ashley now. We can afford it.
Yeah,
because it's going to be a point where we won't be able to afford her artwork. So, we're right over here, right down the street.
Ladies, thank you so much. Ashley and Stephanie joining us tonight. We want to, and we talked a little bit about put the information back. You can find After School Matters items at the Millennium Park Market this weekend. Wow. Or you can visit the After School Matters shop, Randolph Street, December 6th. Shop, mingle, and jingle. That's on the 8th. We'll post all the details for you at abc7chicago.com. So there's the information on your screen. There's a lot of cool stuff there.
I like that. Can you say shop, jingle, mingle 3 times?
Yeah, right. No.
I like that. This is really a really fun event to attend, and you get to meet people like Ashley, who says it changed her life.
I love to hear that.
Yeah.
And just allowing a young person to become who they are and face your fears. I mean, it's awesome.
Learning about their inner soul and everything. Thanks for that. We have a new outrage. From the Swifties.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. We're still talking about this.
We have
it's
to
a big
now.
deal.
Yeah, the big announcement from Ticketmaster today. There's a lot of people calling out the site. There's new information here, Cheryl.
New information.
Not good. It's not good for Swifties. Yeah.
Plus, the Thriller 40 celebrations. We'll show you on the other side of the break. Okay.
I bet I'll get 2 sentences in before, not even one, before you start dancing. This month marks 40 years since the release of one of the most iconic records of all time. It's okay. Yeah, do it. Right.
All
you know the whole thing.
Yes.
I know.
Who doesn't? I have a red jacket with sparkles on it.
I used to love my pants. It was great.
Yeah, see, and
Zippers.
the silver socks,
Yeah.
all of that. Well, Michael Jackson's Thriller, it came out November 30th. That was 1982. And tomorrow, the special Thriller 40 album. There is going to be a 3-day immersive experience in New York City, and fans in 8 other cities are getting private screenings of the Thriller's 40 documentary, which goes through the process of making the album. Unfortunately, we haven't seen any events scheduled here in Chicago, but everyone will have access to the new album, which of course includes tracks that we have never heard before.
Really?
Yeah, Michael
Wow.
Jackson had a lot of music in his catalog.
Surprised they wouldn't come here with his hometown being right across the border, and
Maybe,
nothing in Gary. Okay, Michelle saying nothing
maybe
in Gary
soon
either.
though. That's okay. If we're not first, that doesn't always mean we're not.
Right, 82.
I know, and remember it was very controversial at the time because it wasn't played. MTV hadn't played music by people of color, any videos, and then this one came out. It was more like a movie.
Well, it was the first long.
Yeah.
Well, remember David Bowie was on MTV, and he's like, "Why do you not have more videos of people of color?" I mean, he was like so ahead of his time. And then this video came out. I think it was like 15 minutes long.
Right.
I mean, that was when MTV was much must-watch TV for kids.
I mean, destination television.
And you watch the same videos over and over. But you're right, it was a movie.
It was
so
like
great.
a director,
Vincent
brilliant. It just really creative, everything about it. What's his Vincent Price, the voice in the end, and Ola Ray was the young lady in the video with him. Every woman wanted to be Ola Ray in that video. So
it was a great video. It makes me feel old.
And the dance. Every Halloween, though, you can find a group of people doing this whole routine anywhere. It could be at the airport. It could be downtown.
Looks so young there. He looks so young.
Well, 40, he would have been like 22 years old, something like that, 40 years ago.
It's a part of all of our childhood.
That album was unbelievable.
It was good.
One of the best all times. All right, so we're going to talk about this.
Oh, Taylor Swift. Fans are
For the
outraged.
bad blood.
Here we go. Fans are outraged at Ticketmaster again because the site has canceled tomorrow's general public ticket sales due to high demands on the system and insufficient inventory remaining. Pre-sales crashed the Ticketmaster website. Ticketmaster says it sold more than 2 million tickets for a Swift show's Tuesday, the most ever sold for any artist in one day. They say never before has a verified fan sale sparked so much attention. So wait, everybody does, you don't get a chance.
At this point.
Well, you have to buy them on the secondary market.
Right, which we talked about yesterday. I was watching World News Tonight with David Muir, and he reported that one was going for $22,000. Yeah, there's Greg
Big
on the ones and twos.
Yeah, right.
I mean, what's the song? Doesn't she have a song, Bad Blood, that's real popular? Yeah, that's how people feel right now about what happened.
It's a mess.
People spent 8 hours, 10 hours on several computers, and they got nothing.
This will force change on how...
There's discussion.
Yeah, on how this goes down.
Love to hear what Taylor Swift has to say as well, but it is really a testament to how popular and how beloved she is.
And also the use of not social media, well, I guess that, but phones and stuff to be able to do that, like it's changed how we get tickets.
Right.
Yeah.
Remember how we
Michelle,
used
you
to?
sound disappointed in my
know.
ear when you say, no tickets. I'm sorry. There's always a chance, though.
I know. Cheryl is a huge fan of Taylor Swift. I think last time she was in town, Cheryl was at that concert at Soldier Field, I think.
That was amazing. My brother ended up getting tickets.
This time around?
Isn't that crazy?
Wow,
I don't have tickets, but my brother got some.
Well, how many did he get, and are you going with him?
4 for his family.
What?
Crazy.
Your family?
He has two girls, so they're super excited. But he's the only one I heard so far that got some tickets.
Wow.
That's the only person I heard too that got tickets so far.
I didn't try, so
okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. Well, Cheryl knows what it's like to go. She
Working
went.
the night shift, I feel like our concert life is over.
Cheryl would take off for
Hard for
Taylor
us.
Swift, though. Cheryl is a Swiftie.
One last look at the forecast. We're almost done, ladies. We got like 3 minutes.
Amazing. And we're going to talk about the bitter cold that's going to continue to move in. Turning even colder, we do have some scattered snow showers still continuing to fly across parts of the area. Quick burst of some snow brought about an inch of snow about 2 hours ago to parts of McHenry there, and also Lake County. You got in on a quick little round of snow down to the south as we travel down I-57, Kankakee, Chavance as well. That will continue to move its way farther to the east. So some scattered snow showers still in the forecast for tonight. Nothing major. We are also looking at almost could be a historic lake effect snow event for parts of Buffalo. Just looking at the latest news, they have banned all travel for the evening there with an emergency in place because of the heavy snow that's continuing to fall in Erie County in Buffalo area. So it's looking just dicey there over the next couple of days with rounds of snow and several feet expected. Also on the other side of the lake here, we have a winter storm warning that remains in effect until Saturday at 6 a.m. Lake effect is just going to continue to go with this cold air moving over those warmer waters, and you can see lake effect snow warning in effect there for Buffalo. So for us, we're looking at some scattered snow, really not anything measurable, a dusting possible in some locations tonight. Tomorrow we're looking at flurries flying around, but it's really going to be the cold. Highs only in the 20s, gusts up to 30 miles per hour. It's going to feel much colder than that. Wind chills will be in the teens and single digits as we go into the weekend. So for tonight, very cold, some scattered light snow. Tomorrow, highs mid-20s. We should be closer to about 50. The cold air in place through the weekend. Finally, with those temperatures back into the 40s as we head into the Thanksgiving holiday. Thanksgiving there, a high of 40. We'll be right back. All right.
We made it?
I hope y'all enjoyed the show as much as we did. That's going to do it for us on this Friday, Junior. We'll see you.
I'm off to get a pretzel tomorrow. Yeah, I know. I thought it was Friday. Tomorrow is Friday.
Good night.